Riot! Hello, I'm Jeremy and welcome to the channel. Let's talk about George Floyd, because this just all seems like drivel. And it's a shame, because it's like there's something to it, and that's the way that most of this stuff is. They have a little bit of it that is right and works, and then they just kind of go off into left field with this stuff. All right, that's better. Smell because I'm doing all this work. Come in, watch a little bit, and do a video and put on the shirt. And that's my shirt's dirty. So, George Floyd is just, man, talk about missing the mark. So before we get into it, this is going off of a video that I've seen with Steven Crowder. I used to watch him a little bit more back in the day, a little less so today, because he's definitely more comical, but he's popular, and I understand why. I see the attraction, and I don't think he's wrong with. I don't agree with everything that he says, but most of it. The comedic part to it, though, and his little dress-ups and skits, I can do without that. And so I have a link in the description below to the video that I'm referring to with his talking about George Floyd and the riots that are going on 3/15/2021, and it's rioting going on because of the trials that they're setting up for his death that has gone on. And if you enjoy what I'm doing, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe, so then that way, that's the minimum amount of work that I need for you to do, so then that way the algorithm can promote me out there to the rest of YouTube land or BitChute or whatever platform it is that you're watching from. And whenever I've really produced some videos and have showed you that I'm extremely serious about this, then we'll get into fundraising for the website. But my issue with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. So first, Black Lives Matter. Screw all that crap. Every last bit of it. You know what? If you care so much about Black lives, that's wrong. It should be American lives. If you really want to make a change with the police, which I think that you should, then you should say all American lives, because you know what? More white Americans get killed by cops than blacks. And I've heard all kinds of stuff. Well, they're afraid to shoot at black people because they're going to get more media attention and possibly lose their job, and that they can have a better crack at a white person. And just because you go through the academy, that doesn't make you some kind of saint. So it was the same thing whenever I was in the military. Just because you went through and you had military service and you had some kind of training, they didn't do anything with you with your virtues or your values or anything like that. If you were a piece of crap before you went in, then you were a piece of crap after you went out. And there were plenty of people that they were trash. So whenever I was deployed to Bosnia, for example, there was a guy who, just for some damn reason, whenever we were standing on guard duty and we were there at the burn barrel because we were there during winter, he just picked up a cat, started petting it, feeding it, and threw it in. That guy was off of his rocker, and going through the military training didn't do anything for that. And it's the same thing. It's like there were some people who were in the military, they were off of their rocker because they had been abused whenever they were in school. And it was like, well, look at me now. I have a uniform and a gun, and I'm in the military. Aren't I bad? It's like, no, you're not. Absolutely not. You might be able to say that to some civilians out there who don't know a damn thing, but it's like, it wasn't that impressive. I was a 19th Delta Cavalry Scout, and there was no way in hell anybody was going to talk down to me like that. And they do this today. I hate it whenever people say, oh, well, I'm proud that you served our country. You know, you're such a good person. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Just because they did all that doesn't mean a damn thing. Doesn't mean one damn thing. It's like, do not associate me with that piece of crap. It's the same thing with those people who are out there on the streets and they say, oh, I'm a vet, help a vet out. It's like, screw you, I'm not helping you out, I'm a vet. Get the hell out of my face with that crap. Oh, it just drives me up the wall. Liars. And you know what? Most of them, they are liars. That the majority of them, it's like they didn't serve. They can't answer questions. What was your MOS? When did you serve? What was your division? They can't answer any of that. What was my MOS? I was a 19 Delta. What was yours? What's that, idiot, liar? Get the hell out of my face with that crap. Oh, no. Same thing with these cops, you know, and I understand it whenever these cops, whenever they're faced in a stressful situation and they panic over it, it's because the majority of cops, they don't have a stressful situation. most of the time they're just out there writing tickets, and then whenever they're confronted with a gun, of course that they freak out. And I heard something from Jocko Williams where he was talking about it's because they don't have enough training. And it's like, yeah, well, you kind of balance it off, because most of the time it's like, do you want to have massive training for something that doesn't happen that often? It's kind of like, it's hard because there is an expense to everything it is that you do. And so to say that there's nothing there, it's like, yeah, because, you know, how many of these cops that they became cops because they were over-bullied in school, and so now they have some kind of insecurity issues that are going on. It's like, I think there's quite a bit of them. So what do? You know, it's like, yes, I think there's definitely more that needs to be done with training to help build up their confidence. So an example of this is something that they've done with Starbucks. Was that they were having a real problem with their cashiers and people who were working there, with people who were really kind of snidey and pushy and all that stuff. Like, I'm going to double chocolate mocha or whatever the hell it is that those people order, you know. And they're really conceited whenever they do all that stuff. And they came up with the training to help with their employees to be more confident and secure in themselves whenever dealing with, and like, it worked really well. And it's like, why don't we have more of stuff like that? And that if Black Lives Matter are really concerned about that, you would get more done the more people that you have included with this. So why is it just Black Lives Matter? Why not American lives? And it's like, yes, this is what's going on with blacks and whites and Asian and Hispanics and everyone. If you're really serious about it, then include everyone, because there's reasons to do that. It's like, yes, there are absolutely horrid cops. Not all of them, obviously, because it's the same thing. It's like, going through training, it doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make you a worse person either. It's based off of the individual. That's why you can't say all cops are bad. It's like, what are you, retarded? What are you, 3 years old? You're out of your mind. So I don't want to hear that crap. And so it's like, so then whenever it comes to George Floyd, from my understanding, from what I've heard, is that he had enough fentanyl and other substances in his system that if they had just found him in any other kind of situation and he would have died, it would have been game over. It was just that. But just because of people had phones and they recorded the back end of that stuff, and then they put it all over the place. It's like, and whenever I saw it, it was like, I was the same way. It's like, they got me. They absolutely got me. And this was, I remember I just got through saying that I wasn't going to get suckered for another one of these, because it seemed like it was just one after another, and it was like, then after like a couple of weeks, more of it came out, and it was like, oh, that wasn't the story. I got fed a bunch of crap, and I was lied to, and people manipulated me for clicks and views or whatever the hell it was that they were after. I'm so fed up with the lying. And so apparently, from my understanding right now, is that, yeah, he was like boozed up and he had fentanyl in his system, and that there was police camera footage that has now also been released, and it shows the officers being extremely polite and nice. And I haven't seen this part of it, so I'm just taking it off. It's hearsay from other sources. And it looks like that things were going really well, but he was complaining about not being able to breathe beforehand. So as of right now, filming this video, my thoughts on it is that it wasn't the cops that killed him. That he had so much of this stuff in him that's what did it. That's what I take from it. However, it's still not to say that what the cop did was right, because there were 4 of them. Oh my, it was just like, what was that? Rodney King? Oh, I saw that video footage. It was like, there was like 10 of these officers who surrounded this guy and just beat him to a pummel. It's like, you know what? If you're that damn scared of one guy, I think you're doing the wrong damn job. Why didn't you just bum rush him and put cuffs on him? I saw that and I was like, this makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. What the hell is wrong with all of these coward officers? I'll tell you what, I'm not on anybody's side. They can all just sit and spin until it burns raw. So he was on his neck for like 8 minutes or something like that. And from my understanding, is what the training is. And from what I've heard from Jocko Williams and Joe Rogan, it's like, yeah, this is not going to do anything to you. And if you do happen to pass out, yes, then it's okay. But you shouldn't pass out from something like that. And what passed him out was all that crap. But still, that officer should not, whenever he stopped moving, it's like, why the hell did you not check him out? There was 4 of those people who were there. There were 4 officers in total, that one who was applying the pressure, and 3 others. What the hell is wrong with you? Well, I don't understand that at all. I mean,
if I remember correctly, at that point in time, he was already in cuffs. How can you be so scared of somebody who's drunk and high, he's on the ground and in cuffs, and he stops moving, and you can't check him? It's like, I don't think the cop should be charged with murder, but some kind of neglect, and should he lose his badge? It's like, yes, because that's beyond retarded. I don't know if they would have been able to save him or not, but it's like, you didn't even try. Man, talk about dropping the ball. That's ridiculous. So I'm on nobody's side with this. It's all just a bunch of nonsense. I don't want to watch it. I will keep up with the pertinent information. If they have anything new to bring, it's like, yes, I want to know about that. But I'm tired of the spin. You can take that drama elsewhere. I'm not going to be your little puppet. So that's what I'm dealing with. I want to make a site where it deals with the truth, where people have to bring facts and evidence instead of your opinion. And if you, oh, I've got it all worked out. I remember the first time that I saw this was with CNN, and it was kind of the same situation where there was some guy who got shot by a cop, and they started rioting over there in Chicago. I don't remember who it was. It was the time whenever Trump was running for election for his term for president and was going against Hillary. And the sister was being filmed, and CNN said, oh, yes, she's a great woman. She's trying to put an end to the riots. She's such a peaceful woman. And it shows her in a little clip of her, and she says, yeah, she's yelling at them all, you need to stop burning all this stuff down. And then they cut it. And then the very next thing she said, because the whole clip came out later, was the very next thing she said was, y'all need to take that S across 9 Mile and go burn the suburbs because we need our weaves. It was a flat out blatant lie. It was the very next thing. If you had written this on a piece of paper, it would have been a paragraph, and they cut it mid-paragraph. That's how close it was with all of this. It was just a lie from CNN. I'm so fed up with it. CNN, part of what I'm going to do is that CNN, if they do some kind of nonsense like this and you have proof of it, you can post it and you can show it, and then everybody gets to vote up and down on this stuff or whatever. And if you get enough, then they're going to be dealt with. I don't want to give too much away. And there's more to, I want to get it. That's for later. So anyways, as of right now, that's my thoughts and feelings on all of this. What do you think? And I am not here to tell anyone that this is absolute truth. That is not it. What I'm here to do is to show that there's lying that's just going on all over the place, and I'm fed up with it. I want to put an end to it. And it's not going to be perfect. I already know it's not going to be perfect, but it is going to be a million times better than what we have. So for example, well, no, I'm not going to get into it, but that's what this is about. It's that I absolutely have a system that's better, and that I also publish on, I do on YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble. And on YouTube and Rumble, I have freedom of expression, and I have practical focused improvement, which is another channel, and I have them separate because YouTube goes through these weird things where they want to demonetize and screw things over. So that's why I have the two separate channels over there. And then Rumble also offers the same thing. But if you're on BitChute, you're lucky you get it all in one. And I don't think I have anything to worry about them. So, but we'll see. So yeah, definitely hit that thumbs up. You know, if you don't want if you don't want the spin and you want something more accurate to the truth, this is it. And as I definitely grow and I can start bringing in money, I'm gonna hire some people. I will definitely hire 4 people to do content and to do a better job, because I want them to have more links to other sites and videos and stuff. Right now, I'm just running ragged all over the place because I have things that are going on outside besides all of this. And right now, I've kind of got a little emergency that's been going on for the past week, and I'm still trying to shovel this stuff in, and it's like, I'm going to do it. So, and it's fun. I enjoy it. So thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you again. Thanks. Bye.